Kau santoshayata santos velo rupa sanatana dakshinaatyena bhattena punareta dvivichyate tasyadhyam grandhanale kranta vitkranta kandita paryalocyata paryayam krutva likhati jivakaha. It's okay. ले आओ ये, उसको फेंकिए, अच्छा पानी ले आइए, उसमें जूस है उतने निकाल के पानी लाइए. Yes. So, what's going on? Enjoying and suffering. This is the middle world. Yes. Matra sparshastu kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukkadaha agama payunu anityaha tam titikshasva bharata. So, my dear Arjuna, please bear this. Sometimes pleasure and sometimes pain. It keep on coming and going. Okay. So we were discussing 110th Anucheda. That's over. That's over. Yes. And we should start today 111. So I need to send material. So I'm waiting for this man. Okay, let me see. Okay. Yes, he sent it. Good boy. Huh? Huh? Actually, so just now I told to him do these changes and I ran. Actually, we were doing both together. So final changes I told to him and he did that, and finally he made the PDF and sent it. That's every day going. Lot of really so much strain, whole day. My God, translating hours and hours sitting and was but one time preparation only. If we do one time preparation, then that's all. So I'm just 1 minute. Give me 1 minute time. So I'm sending this now. This file. So what is that? Classroom. I'm sending to classroom. Okay. So where is the classroom? Okay, search sandrabhas. Downloading. Where you download? Acha. You took money from WhatsApp. They give some bribing. You're promoting WhatsApp. Everything is easy. Okay, create material. Translation of Anucheda 111. So okay, take the file. Quick Baba, quick. Desktop 111, where it is. Moola. Open. Take it quickly. Yes, next. Browse. Where is that another one? Translation 111. Open. Take it. Oh, Venom 18.8. Okay, no topic. Class notes. Post it. You got it. Got it? You should get. You got it. Because WhatsApp is not there with me because my mobile, I forgot. So I sent to classroom. You check in your classroom account. Okay, we'll start our discussion. What is that? 1, 1, 11. So what is going to happen? In the last class we were discussing, just quick recap, 2 minutes. In 110 and 10th Anushcheda, even someone is materially so competent enough and he is perfect. So in his path, that means he's a successful man in the society, so-called successful man. Even that kind of people, if they are devoid of bhakti, they are disregarded. They are not respectable people actually. And so to say this, we took third canto, 9th chapter, 10th sloka, Brahmaji's prayers. Brahmaji is saying that if someone is aversion, is having aversion towards the Krishna, definitely he will be getting the repeated birth and death. Yushmat prasanga vimukaha samsaranti. Of course, they are munayaha. Of course, they are perfect in their respective field. They are perfect in their respective field. But if they are not devotees, they will be having the repeated birth and death. In general, people anyway, they are always disturbed because their senses are disturbed in the morning. Whole day they are. So how to improve my material condition of the life? So for that, so to satisfy their disturbed senses, they are always making plans and fully engaged in that. They don't have any time. And also in the night time, they are always traveling in their chariot of, that means manorathena. Their mind is like a chariot, and they are sitting in that mind which is taking towards the different material objects. It is attracted by, that mind is attracted by the different material objects, and it is taking you towards those material objects. Because of this, their sleep is always disturbed actually. Night time also they don't sleep peacefully. This is the condition of the in general people. But that those people, definitely they will be getting repeated birth and death. But munis, they also get, if they don't worship Lord. Okay, this we saw. And also jnanis, with difficulty, with great difficulty, they are reaching to the Jivan Mukta stage. Yesterday I explained what is Jivan Mukta and what is Videha Mukti. Both. So even after reaching to the Jivan Mukta stage, they are also falling from there. So that also we are seeing because of the disregarding. Why they are falling from that state? Because of disregarding Lord's lotus feet. Yeah. So next, our Mahajan, one of 12, one among the 12 Mahajans. So the great devotee, Yamadharmaraj, he is saying to his servants, so, hey, this Bhagavad Dharma, only we 12 know. We 12. No other people knows. That he said, and also he is saying. That means, Prayena Veda Hatadidam na Mahajana. Even the outward society means outward to devotional society. They are great people like Jaimini, Kanada, Kapila, so Patanjali. These are all great thinkers. And these great people, they also really don't know the Bhagavad Dharma. So who knows then? Only these 12 people and their followers who are coming in their parampara. They only knows. Except these two, even outside so-called learned people, they don't know Bhagavad Dharma. Because, and also these great people, these 12 Mahajanas, they don't give this secret of this bhakti, that is Bhagavad Dharma. That is a secret of all the secrets. Secret of all the secrets. And that they don't give in their Smriti Shastras. They don't write, they don't instruct in their Smriti Shastras. Because the reason is, why they don't? The reason is, it is a very guhyam, it is secret. Bhakti, Bhagavad Dharma is a secret actually. Because it will give such a position to you, you can control the Supreme Lord. And such a thing is there actually. and that kind of valuable thing. And also it is durbodhyam, and because of these reasons, durbodhyam, and also guhyam, vishuddham. So by knowing this, what will happen? Bhagavad Dharma, one will be getting the amritam. That is, example is Krishna adharamritam. Amritam means Krishna adharamritam. That kind of chance will get, having the tasting the Krishna adharamritam. And this adharamritam is so high. In front of this, Brahmanandam is insignificant, as said in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So finally, in this whole Anucheda, we try to understand the position of the materialistic people is so-called expert materialistic people. If they don't do devotion, they are also getting repeated birth and death. That is over. Now next, 1:11. Tadevam Sri Bhagavad Bhaktehe eva sarvordhatvam abhidheyatvam stitam tathacha Sri Gitasu. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, we are seeing what we are seeing. Sri Bhagavad Bhaktehe eva sarvordhatvam abhidheyatvam stitam. Thus, in this way, bhakti to the Lord is established as the highest abhideya. In this, till now we are discussing this. Bhakti is the highest abhideya, highest process. And in the same way, it is said even in the Bhagavad Gita also. What is the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita? Which yoga we are seeing in the Bhagavad Gita? So Sankhya Yoga, first Karma Yoga, Nishkama Karma Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, and Ashtanga Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Karma Sannyasa Yoga, many yogas, Panditji, many yogas, they are discussed in Bhagavad Gita. Yes, what yoga you are learning now? He is also studying Bhagavad Gita. So all these yogas, Sankhya, so Karma Sannyasa, Nishkama Karma Yoga, and Sthita Pragnasya, what is that? Dhyana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga, and Buddhi Yoga. Yes, Buddhi Yoga. Many yogas, so many yogas are discussed in Bhagavad Gita. Many times people have the many conclusions. What is the lessons of the Bhagavad Gita? If you ask, after studying the Bhagavad Gita, one will be, work is worship. You should worship your work. You should devote to your karma. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbhumate sangosta karmani. So people say that. So Krishna is telling to Arjuna, do your karma. This is the conclusion. In India, if you ask what is the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita, so people say that everyone should do their karma. And if you say, I became devotee, I want to devotion. What you are doing devotion? What Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita? Krishna is saying to do karma. I am in my house, I am with my family, I am doing my work, and I am following Krishna. This is following Bhagavad Gita. Like this, our parents generally argue. And what you are doing? You are leaving everything and you are begging and eating others' money. My father every day says this. But even sometimes, when his mind turns actually, then he will say this. You have అడుక్కునే బుద్ధి ఉంది అని అంటాడు. అంటే ఇన్ తెలుగు యాక్చువల్లీ ఈ స్కోల్డ్స్, అడుక్కు తినే బుద్ధి ఎక్కడ పోయిద్దిరా కుక్క బుద్ధి, లైక్ దట్. దట్ మీన్స్ లైక్ ఏ డాగ్స్ మెంటాలిటీ. సో యూ హ్యావ్ హ్యాబిట్ ఆఫ్ ఈటింగ్ అదర్స్ మనీ. And that means morally, if you see in the society, so one who is having the proper body, wealthy body and health, and such a person depending on others and begging and eating is generally, it is like a very heinous or condemned activity. And they are seeing superficially. Actually, they don't know what is the conclusion of the Shastras. So why don't you work hard and earn your money, earn your food and eat? Why you are begging others and sitting all the time? This is his point actually. That is not his means in general actually. By seeing the young sadhus, people they get this kind of mentality actually. They don't know what is the secret of the bhakti. So bhakti is how it is supreme to all other process, because they see the things very grossly actually. In the society, that is a vision actually. They see the output actually, how much you are doing hard work and how much money you are earning and how much you are, and they like, if you earn hard work and hard money and if you distribute to the common people, poor people, they will feel more happy actually, because they see whatever they believe whatever they see actually. They are seeing that immediate effect, poor people becoming happy because of you, and that's all. But there is no deep understanding of what is the Krishna, what is bhakti, what is the importance of the bhakti. And sometimes they will, if they come to the temples, generally they will be seeing these young brahmacharis all the time. What is he doing? You look at me, Are, this is person is only doing morning sadhana and 1 or 2 hours service and sleeping. And what is this? And this kind of mentality immediately they get. Because they have habit of working 10 hours hard work. But actually Prabhupada also says that our Krishna conscious people should work hard. He says many times, he says actually, people otherwise criticize us. And we should work hard means we should always busy in promoting this mission, propagating this mission. If that is not there, then people think that they are taking our money and eating and lying. Even that's why externally also, why we should look empty or vacant. We should work hard actually. We should work hard means we should work busy in the distributing books, we should busy in the preaching, we should busy in the teaching. 24 hours we should be busy. Always keep ourselves busy. At least 10 hours we should do the service, whatever it may be field. If distribution, 10 hours. Teaching also 10 hours they should teach. Now I am also actually lagging. I am teaching only 4-5 hours, but 10 hours they should teach. And work hard and die. That's all. For the service of the Lord. If you lose your body, anyway, yuktahara vihara is there. Health is also important, but
one should not be work like ass. Human life is not meant for working.
Yes, we should not work like ass for the material pleasure.
One should not work hard.
Yeah.
And just like example he gives like that, na, rich son, rich parents, rich father's son is not working. Yes. Like that. Why should we work? They are envious. Why not? We are enjoying happy. The one place they said, as other place said, also one should work hard. This temple is not meant for lazy people and a hotel.
Yeah.
So two things has to be reconciled, and as well as general understanding in society. Somebody's we don't have to work for to show the people like that. I'm busy working. People are very gross to see he's working. In that way, in devotional service also want to see as a gross way he's working. But the service will be changing. Forms of service will be changing. But he will be continue busy. Sometimes his busyness can be seen, cannot be seen also in gross eyes.
So, but actually, yeah, you should not give the chance. That's why Yadyadacharita Sreshta Tattadeve Tarojana. Sayat Pramanam Gurute Lokas Tadanvartate. You cannot say that I have strong philosophy and my philosophy is saying that to sit and think, contemplate. That's also true, but also it is your duty that you should not set a bad example to the society. And we should, that's why Prabhupada says, and you see, always exceptions are there. Always the few devotees who got full attraction for the holy name and they are sitting and doing the fully dedicated meditation, constant meditation, that's okay. But in general, in the common, what is the people actually? So they are always in the very low consciousness, kanishtas, and even lesser than that, prakrutas. So in that time, what Prabhupada will say then? Do work hard actually. Work hard means, so always be engaged in the service. Not that working hard for sense gratification. That is not our philosophy. That is not necessary. But even if you see the gopis, they are always busy actually in the So in their respective duties, always how to make the Krishna, they are preparing the so many different types of items for Krishna's pleasure. Every day morning they will be making different tiffins. So for making this, they are busy to make the makan actually nice, and they are busy. They are fresh makan. They always make every time so that he will come and steal. So like this, actually the mood is we should both are. That means yes, material people material people we should not work hard for the livelihood, and like always devotees they want engagement. So in that way, so we should get the direct devotional services 24 hours and be engaged in that, so that Maya will not be attacking us. That is one more thing. Even if you give a just recently, I'm hearing the Prabhupada's lectures. So even for a moment, if you are not engaged and if you feel yourself, yes, I am okay now, then immediately, so it will attack. Better suffer with the some kind of bodily pain also may come by doing service. That is better than the becoming victim for the by the Maya. It's better actually. And maybe you got the some after shouting of the 4 5 hours, and if I get throat pain, that's good. Then the so I should be take rest and simply okay leave it. And why we have to take so much pain? And I will leisurely. So I will take the today. My mind is saying actually, So don't take today's Bhakti Sandrabha class. My mind is telling, and I said, then mind will be cheating all the time. Actually, it will say like that only. And then what you will do then at that time? Then you'll be idly thinking this that, and sometimes you may then you'll start WhatsApp browsing and this that and mundane friends and you messaging or something. Yet somehow it will be 1.5 hour finished. So that's why uh, better to die in the battle instead of worrying of that means today I'm in a different mood, so you should bear me. Better to die in the battlefield by fighting
Nonsense
while
only.
fighting.
This my as like body get old age na. So
Yeah,
what
yeah.
work he used to do, he not will do work.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
service will be always there, but
Yeah, yeah.
form of
Yuktahara vihara se okay.
but the form of service will be changing.
Yes, yes.
Has to be changed. Anybody cannot say I will what I do 15 years ago.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
will
that is
continue the
possible.
same
So
thing.
young people now, we are now young and we have a lot of energetic energy in our body. So we cannot expect same thing from the old devotees. They will be changing service and they will definitely engaged in the some kind of service. They cannot go for the book distribution now. So going for the book distribution that 10 hours. Young devotees initial days they used to go to 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours for the book distribution. And after the advancing in the bhakti, so you'll be engaging in another soft kind of services. But for the young people, energetic people, they should reduce their passion by fully engaging in the service actually in the huh? Hearing also, but if you have that kind of shamata, that kind of ability, that kind of taste for hearing, then that's fine. But if it is not there, simply sitting is not good actually. And we should work hard. Work hard means service, not the karma actually. Service, direct devotional service.
I also read that the translation of ashram
Yeah.
means light work. Ashram. Ashram.
Acha, acha. Ashrama, acha, acha. Yeah. Ashrama, ashramana, it is ashrama. Actually, samantat means means shrama, including shrama. You can take that meaning also. I'll make it. Means including shrama. The place which includes the shrama. Like that you can take. Anyway, so in Bhagavad Gita, so Krishna, he is telling about the many yogas. So out of those yogas, which is the highest yoga? How to know this? For this, we are referring the Bhagavad Gita, sloka number 6th chapter 46 to 47. तपस्विभ्योऽधिको योगी ज्ञानिभ्योऽपि मतोऽधिकः कर्मिभ्यश्चाधिको योगी तमस्तस्माद् योगी भवार्जुन योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना श्रद्धावान् भजते यो मां समे युक्ततमो मतः. These are the very important slokas. What he is saying? Tapasibhyah adhikah yogi. Yogi is greater than tapasvis. Tapasvis means who do austerities. Yogis are jnanibhyah api. Yogis are greater than jnanis. Karmibhyascha. Yogis are greater than karmis. That's why, my dear Arjuna, according to my opinion, you should become yogi. Because yogi is superior to the tapasvis, yogi is superior to the jnanis, yogi is superior to the karmis. What else? Yogi namapi sarvesham madgatenantaratmana. Among yogis, that means yogi namapi sarvesham madgatena antaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam. That means the one who worshipped me with faith and who submitted his heart to me, and that person is greater than all the yogis. Here, yoginamapi sarvesham yuktatamaha. That person, that yogi, that person, he said yogi is the superior to all other. And he is saying, so another one person is superior to even all yogis, all types of yogis. Who is that person? The person who is that person? Yomam bhajate. The one who worships me. He is superior to, he is greater than all the yogis, all the types of yogis. All. So that's why in Bhagavad Gita, what is the conclusion of the Lord? What kind of yoga is the highest yoga? Worshipping Lord. Offering the heart to the Lord. This yoga is this process is the highest process. That's a bhakti yoga process. So, but people always, they take some part of the Bhagavad Gita and establish some karma, jnana, so and so and so and so. So that's why till now we have seen, according to Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, what is the Abhidheya? Abhidheya means the process should be followed. What process should be followed? According to the Srimad Bhagavatam, what process? What process should be followed? Bhakti yoga should be followed. Now, according to Bhagavad Gita also, Bhakti yoga. Simple. These two slokas are enough to establish. Bhakti yoga is superior, actually, is the highest. Atra yoginamapi sarvesham. In this sloka here, Srila Jiva Goswami is saying that among yogis, bhakta is superior. That kind of meaning you should not take. Here, Sasti, yoginam, Sasti is there, Sasti Vibhakti. For this Sasti Vibhakti, you should take Seshe Shasti. So, in Vakarana, Sasti Vibhakti is having some kind of provision. What is that? For Sasti Vibhakti, you can take meaning of any Vibhakti. Instead of Sasti, in place of Sasti, you can take Pradama, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, Saptami also. Any meaning you can take. That means whatever meaning is fitting there, that means Sarve Yoginam Sasti is there. Yoginam is Sasti. Yes, Ramanam, Yoginam, Harinam, like that. So Yoginam means of or among yogis. Generally, Sasti Artha if you take among yogis. But here Sasti can be taken in the meaning of Panchami also. Then what is the meaning it will? That means Then yogis it will become. If you take Panchami, yogibhyaha means then yogis. Then yogis, the one who worship me is yuktatama, means he is greater. That means Panchami Bhakti means comparison. For comparison, you use Panchami Bhakti. You can use Panchami actually. So that's why in the first sloka you see tapasvibhyaha. It is what? Which Vibhakti it is? Tapasvibhyaha, Jnanibhyaha. Gokulan Prabhu. Tapasvibhyaha is which case, you tell me? Tapasvibhyaha, which case this is? Fifth case? Huh? Fourth and fifth. Tapasvibhyaha is, this is the Chaturthi Bahuvachan or otherwise Panchami Bahuvachan. So here we should take what? Panchami Bahuvachan. Tapasvibhyaha means more than. Tapasvibhyaha yogi adhikaha. Adhikaha means more. Tapasvibhyaha means than tapasvis. Who is more? Yogi. Yogi tapasvibhyaha adhikaha. Yogi is greater than tapasvis. So yogi nam api sarvesham. Sarvesham yogi nam. For this also you should take Panchami only. Even of course there is Sashti, but you should take Panchami Vibhakti. Then sarvebhyaha yogibhyaha yuktatamaha. This meaning you should take. By this what is happening? So then that means Bhakta is greater than all yogis. Greater than all yogis.
Api sarvesam, that is also understood among all yogis. That is.
Then what is the problem, you know?
What is problem then?
If you take Sashti, there is a problem. Among yogis, devotee is superior if you say. But we don't know these yogis is a one set. In that set, this Bhakta is superior, we are saying. Different types of yogis, Ashtanga yogi, that yogi, this yogi, different yogis are there. In that, Bhakti yogi is there. And Bhakti yogi is superior, you said. But we don't know that these yogis are superior to all other processes. We didn't establish. We established yogi is superior to tapasvi, jnani, and karmi. Yeah. See, very logical meaning here. In the first sloka, what is that? 6th chapter? 40? 46. So here it is said that yogi is greater than tapasvi. Yogi is greater than jnani. Yogi is greater than karmi. That's why you should become yogi. Therefore, hey my dear Arjun, you should become yogi. He said this. Then after that, come to 647. But what is yogi? He didn't define. Then he is saying, Madgatantaratmanam. So, Shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yuktatamaha, he said. That means, Shraddhavan yo bhajate mam sayuktatamaha. This is everything you take as bhaktaha, devotee, okay? Bhaktaha means the one who is worshipping the Lord. Who is this? He is bhakta only, na? So, bhaktaha. That means, and also who offered his heart. That is, who is that? That is bhaktaha. Bhaktaha yuktatamaha. Bhaktaha yuktatamaha. Sarvesham Sarvesham yoginam. You take if Sasti as Sasti, if you take Sasti meaning as it is 6.3, Sasti Bahuvachan. If you take it as it is, then what is English meaning? Devotee is greatest among all yogis. Okay? Huh? Yes. Yes. But this is the meaning, is possible meaning. But ours, JG, Jiva Goswami. Yes, JG. Srila Jiva Goswami ji. Yes, JG is saying, you should not take Sasti. He is recommending to take Panchami meaning. That means devotee is greater than all yogis. What is the difference? In English, there is no much difference. So, if you take like this, devotee is greatest among all yogis. Here, all yogis, like karma yogi, jnana yogi, whatever, that means ashtanga yogi, different yogis are there. In that group, devotee is superior. That is said. But when you say devotee is greater than all yogis, here actually the problem is yogi set is there. Take a yogi set. In that, whoever are there you can consider as all. It is a set of yogis. All yogis means whoever is coming in this. And compared to all these, bhakta is superior. Okay? This is the top line meaning. But we don't know these yogis. Compared to yogis, there is maybe one more set who do the sacrifice. Let us take. Who does the sacrifice? Those may be superior to the yogis, to the set of the yogis. If these sacrificers, the people who do the sacrifice, that kind of set of people are there, you take. If you say devotee is greater than all yogis, devotee is established as a superior to only the people who are doing the yoga process. But here if you use among, you are taking among yogis, he is superior, he is established, bhakta is established. Sasti. But if you go to the Panchami, greater than all yogas, here what he is saying, previously in the fourth canto, in the fourth chapter, Sarva Shabda Atra Yagnam Yoginaha Paryupasate Ityadina Purvoktan Sarvanapi Upayaha. So here, this Panchami, when you use Panchami, what is happening? So here, this all word he is using this all word to indicate whatever the other processes explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Compared to all, that means all those processes are defeated and bhakti is established actually. Because devotee is greater than all. Something like that. It is. And also one more thing. Here you see in this, here tapasvibhyaha yogi, jnanibhyaha yogi, karmibhyaha yogi. Then also you should follow the rhythm. That means you are following continuation. So then sarvebhyaha yogibhyaha. This also you should take like that only. That's one more reason he is giving. Here you should take Sashti as Panchami because you see in the previously what is said. Tapasvibhyaha yogi, jnanibhyaha yogi, karmibhyaha yogi. Here Sashti is used for the filling the meter, but actually it is also here meaning of sarvebhyaha yogibhyaha. So bhaktaha yuktataha. This, because we should follow the sequence. That's why he said in this next line. So iti panchimardhe eva sashti tapasibhyaha tapasvibhyaha ityadina tata eva upakramat. Upakrama upasamharanyaya. You should, this is the ending sloka. That means 647. 646 is the starting sloka. In the starting sloka, he used Panchami. And Upakrama Upasamharanyaya, according to that also we should take. In the ending also, whatever is there in the beginning, with that only you should end. So that's why in the beginning Panchami is used. So that's why in the ending also here in the 647, you should use Panchami. Yes. That means two slokas means here in the inside you see actually. Tapasibhyaha yogi adikaha. Jnanibhyaha yogi adikaha. Karmibhyaha yogi adikaha. Then here sarvesham yoginam bhaktaha yuktatamaha came. So here also now sarvebhyaha yogibhyaha bhaktaha only you should take. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, he's better than the yogis. If you take Sashti, he is also yogi. That means so-called yogi process, whatever you get the idea of yoga means like Ashtanga yoga, it is also comes under the yogi. And now he is a no matter of, that means he's completely the set of yogi. He's kicking out the yogi set and he's standing on the top of anything actually. Yes. Yes, better than the yogi is. Yeah, this is the point. Better than all yogis, he is superior. That means devotee is not yogi. He is superior to yogi. If you take Sashti, then you are saying him as yogi. One of the yogi. That's the Panchami. Yeah. Yeah. He's not best among the yogis, but he is superior to yogis. He is not one among the yogis. He is one among the yogis. Because yogi, tapasvibhya yogi adhikaha, if you say, that means tapasvi set is kicked out and yogi is standing separately. And now sarvebhya yogibhya, if you say, then those bhakta is not coming under the category of yogi and he is superior to that. My God, what is this?
This is Bhagavad Gita.
Acha, acha.
So yogi nam api sarve sam madgate nantaratmana shraddha manyo bhaste mam samyug tamamata. So starting with tapasvi, karmi, jnani, everything is coming superiority, superiority. Here is same thing, sarve sam yogi, but he is not telling ki bhakta is also coming category of yogi. Here is telling bhakta is superior to yogi. That meaning also here expressed. Just like yo mam, you means one who. Not yogi, one who yuktama engaged shraddhaman, that is a yogi nam service sam matagandar, that is always superiority. What is difference here? And we explaining by taking meaning of fifth, this like that na.
You are asking question or commenting?
Yeah, I'm asking question.
You got answer?
What is the need of taking Panchami Vibhakti? Because
what is
the greater of all the yogis? It's the already in the translation. So
which translation?
in proper translation.
In Bhagavad Gita? Acha. No, actually, I understood. Actually, point with that all Prabhu we discussed. Here, compared to tapasvis, yogi is superior. I like that, jnanis and karmis. And bhakta is superior to the all yogis. That means, Sashti should not take. If you take, no. Sarvesham means what? How you will translate in English?
Some means among all sarvesam means all yogis.
Among all yogis,
no, we are taking English form, but
in English you should tell me. Sarvesham means Sashti. If you take Sarvesham means what meaning you will give?
Sarvesam yogi means out of all yogi.
Out of means one among that. Then he is becoming one among yogis.
But that English meaning we are taking. But sloka meaning we should take. Shraddhaman yumam bhaste mam yuktamo.
No, Prabhu, you try to understand me. Huh? So, Sarvesham Sashti, if you take, you are making that one who, you ma'am, you are saying that one who is becoming one among this set, yogi set. But we don't want to make one he is among. He is separate, like yogi is separate from tapasvis. That means tapasvibhya yogi, like previous sloka, how you said. Like that, here also we are saying, compared to all yogis, he is superior. That means he is completely superior than, he is not one among, we are saying. He is completely higher than all the yogis. Yes? In different category he is. He is not yogi, he is superior, he is complete different category. If you make among yogis, you are bringing him also into the one of the category of the yogis category. We don't want to you don't want to put him into any one category which are also others also becoming member of that category.
Here we, by sloka artha, we are not bringing in category. They are coming category.
Prabhu Sashti, if you take, it will
come like that.
It will come. That's why now why Jiva Goswami is not selling vigorously. He is selling some point actually. Why he is saying you should not take Sashti, you should take Panchami. He is saying because he doesn't want to keep anyone is parallel to sit with the yogi bhaktas.
It's not ultimately conclusion. We should understand up to understanding like that. If we take this sloka, this is ultimate conclusion. There is no other yogi.
Yes.
Man bhakta, topmost yogi. There's no scope only at all.
Yes.
By understanding this 6.47 Bhagavad Gita. So then discussion competes, is it? And as a, doesn't happen like that.
No,
some
if you
scope
take
is-
sasti, you will be stucking actually. Why don't you understand this point? Sasti, if you take, you are bringing bhakta into one among the category of yogis, which we don't want actually. We want to establish devotee is unparalleled and so that means nobody can come into his category. Such a way you want to, superlatively you want to fix his position. Yes. And we are establishing, by taking Panchami, what is happening? We are kicking out all these yogis and establishing Bhakta as well. We are not saying he is one among the yogis. He is different from all these yogis, we are saying. By taking Panchami, that advantage you are getting. Yeah. Panchami, na? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, okay. So this is the thing actually. So then why you are taking Panchami, one may ask. I desire to establish my philosophy. I need to take Panchami so that I am establishing my devotee as a special category than the yogis, and who is superior to all the yogis. In such a category we are going to fix. So then further you need Panchami. For Sasti you are taking Panchami, you give me the rule. Give me that means supporting point, proof. Okay, you want, that's why you are taking. Sasti means Panchami you can take. Then we are applying the Upakrama Nyaya. Upakrama Upasamhara Nyaya. Upakrama, that means Yogi Tapasvibhya, there Panchami said. Before the next also Panchami said, next also Panchami said. Then that's why I am taking. Starting, that means this comparison activity started with the Panchami and also should end with the Panchami.
The only rule, because before that,
it is facilitating. That rule is facilitating to support my point. I can use.
But also before that, you said that according to Vyakarana, the sixth can be changed into fifth.
Huh?
The first point that you mentioned is that according to Vyakarana, to the rules of grammar,
Yeah.
that Shasti can be.
That is also supporting.
Yeah.
And that Sasti can be taken as Panchami. That sutra is helping us. But why you are taking here? One may ask, na? Then, yeah, you have facility, but why you are taking? Without showing the proper reason, you cannot take Sasti as Panchami. Opponent will raise a point to you. Then we are saying, so Upakrama is there. Upakrama Upasamhara. Okay. It will take time. Okay. No. Okay, now we'll finish this. Okay, this Anuchedaya, let me. Okay, this. So we try to establish this. You understood? Why that means? So by this, what is happening? So Bhaktas are established as a different category from all the yogis and who are superior. He is not one among the yogis. That is the point we are discussing here. That means so subtle point. And here all yogas means what he is saying. That means Bhakta is superior to or greater than all yogis means what are these all yogis? As discussed in the fourth chapter 25th sloka. See fourth chapter 25th sloka, what is there? So all yogas is said, na? So that's why he is going to dig the all, whatever term till now. Like example 25th, Daivameva pare yagnam yogina paryupasate Brahmagnava pare yagnam yagnene opajihvate. Yogina, yogis, here see, yogi word is came. Yogina Daivam eva apare. What Prabhupada is translating? Some yogis perfectly worship the demigods by offering different sacrifices to them, and some of them offer sacrifices in the fire of the Supreme Brahman. That means some are worshipping the demigods, some are worshipping the Brahman. This is one category. Next, another category of yogis you see. Srotradini indriyanyanye samyam agnishu juhvati. Sabdadin vishayananya indriyagnisho juhvati. This also, some yogis, some yogis sacrifice the hearing process and the senses in the fire of a mental control, and others sacrifice the objects of senses in the fire of senses. And like this next also, sarvan indriya karmani prana karmani chapare atma samyama yogagno juhvate gnana deepite. So other yogis who are interested in achieving self-realization through control of the mind and senses offer the functions of all the senses and of the life breath as oblations into the fire of controlled mind. So these are some other yogis. They are also offering their mind, oblations in their mind. So like this, and also Dravya Yagnaha. There's many yogis are discussed. So that's why devotees are superior to all these yogis, greater than all these yogis. All means all, whatever is discussed, all, whatever is there in the whole Bhagavad Gita. So that's why we are able to establish the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita is bhakti. The abhideya prescribed by Bhagavad Gita is bhakti. By this point, we are establishing.
Although we say yogi is bhakta is topmost yogi.
Not yogi, we are saying. He is topmost than all the yogis.
General भाषा में, व्यवहारिक भाषा में, many time devotee Prabhupada mention in topmost yogi means topmost yoga means bhakti yoga.
Yes.
We say topmost yoga means bhakti yoga. Topmost yogi means bhakti yogi. So that we can say, but here we are expressing little higher than that. Even devotee are not coming in the yogi category also. We are not.
If you say he is best among the yogis, then he discussed in the lot of the yogis are discussed. Then we should first of all identify this bhakta one among that. Then after that you should say he is superior. Then you will be getting problem actually. He is actually different from all things whatever he explained till now. If you take Sasti, what problem you are going to get? Whomever, that means yogis are said till now, he should be one of that. First identify, he is one among that. And then after that, you should establish he is best among all those. Then you have a lot of pain actually in that. Now by taking Panchami, what happened? Whatever yogas are discussed, I don't care. That he is completely different and superior. Yeah.
I think the most crucial thing in this discussion is that because we're establishing Abhideya.
Yes.
It basically means that the sadhanas of all these different groups of tapasvis, of jnanis, they have their own sadhana.
Yes.
And so their sadhana is different from each other.
Yes, yes.
So the point of extricating bhaktas from yogis is that not the bhaktas have to do the same sadhana as yogis.
Yes.
And if they meditate on the Lord and constantly meditate on Him, then they are the best.
Yes.
But taking them in a completely different category, we say that their sadhana, their abhideya is completely different from the yogis.
Yes.
So that's kind of the...
Yeah, that is the point. That is our desired goal actually. Okay, next.
So there is another verse, na Muktanam api siddhanam narayana parayana. So in that verse,
where is that sloka?
That is Srimad Bhagavatam 6:14:5. Muktanam api siddhanam narayana parayana.
6:14:5.
6:14:5.
Bhagavatam.
So here Muktanam api siddhanam, it's only that's Shashti we have to take.
That is Sashti Bhakti. But here if you want to take Panchami Bhakti in the place of Sashti, there should be some purpose actually. There should be also some supporting point. Here what Upakrama is there? Upakrama Upasamhar Nyaya we are applying. Okay, Mike. Yeah. Otherwise online will be out.
In the purport by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he takes two meanings. One is the meaning of Jiva Goswami. So he said, he started the purport by saying like, so then is there anyone who is better than the yogi? And then he explained, no, that cannot be said. And then he explained that the possessive case of yoginam stands for the ablative in the previous verse to put the bhakta over the yogi. And then he said that we can take the other meaning as shasti,
Yes.
but referring to the process. Among all the processes yoga, such as karma, jnana, tapa, ashtanga, etc., he who is my devotee has the best process, yuktatama.
Yes.
So the avideya.
Yes.
And then he quotes the muktanam apisitanam, narayana parasarve.
Yes. Ultimately, we are by establishing yogis are bhaktas are greater than this means. In what way they are greater? Because of their process, actually. Yeah. Yes. Ultimately, that is only we are. We are also deriving that only, na, here. Yeah, Ramcharan Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhu, like just maybe a couple of questions, like, so with this verse, we understand that like when Lord Krishna is saying that devotees is like above all the yogis. So sometime we basically like, I have heard like somewhere like people say yoga ladder that all the yogas culminate into bhakti. So from this perspective, I'm understanding is like that, like it's not like that, but devotees basically completely different. They are not coming in the yogi category. So when we say that it's culminate into bhakti, is that a true statement? Like is because it looks like it's a different process completely.
Actually, Prabhu, sometimes we also say bhakti yoga, and the word yoga is taken as many times in many contexts and many meanings. Yoga means the one which connects, actually connecting process. So bhakti also is connecting jivatma with the Lord. So in that way we say bhakti yoga. But here our purpose is we should establish the bhakti process is very different from whatever process is still now explained, actually. So that's why if you take bhakta is also one among the yogis, so that means he should be, first of all, whatever the different yogis are explained in the previously in the chapters, in the 4th chapter, so he should be one of that. So then you can say he is one among the yogis and he is best. But instead of saying that, now we are saying that he, by taking the advantage of taking the Panchami Vibhakti for Sashti, so we are establishing this bhakta is different and is superior to all the yogis which are discussed till now, and so it is a entirely different process. So that you are achieving some special advantage, added advantage and result. That is the main goal, actually. So in general discussion, you can say bhakti yoga, but here what is the thing? Here bhakti yogi is not mentioned anywhere, and different yogas are mentioned, doing the offering the senses in the fire of the mind. Different yogas, that kind of yogas are mentioned, and compared to that, this bhakti yoga is different and highest. So that's why that is the advantage by saying.
So we can say that now, like up till now, whatever the process that Krishna mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, they are now kicking out of everything. Now we are going to focus on bhakti because that's the topmost. Because bhakti is not explained till now in Bhagavad Gita.
Bhakti in the name of yoga, it is not explained. That is the main point. Yeah. With the name of yoga, so that means the 4th chapter we will be seeing yogas. That means someone offer that means devatas they worship. Some yogis they worship Brahman, some they offer their swadhyaya, like that it is explained. There, directly devotional service is not mentioned as a yoga. So that's why you have to then, if you say this worshipping yoga is one among that, then whatever till now said yoga systems, you should make something is equal to this process, worshipping process. Then only you can say it is one, because you are accepting. If you take Sashti, you are accepting this bhakti also one among the yogas, which is explained. So then, what is that yoga? So then you tell me, then you show me that. Then there is another problem also you'll get. So better is simply kick out all these things by taking the 50, Panchami. Understanding? If you say one among the yogas, Then if you say, which yoga that is then? One among the yogas. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Okay, you understood now the main functionality.
So
Okay.
actually, when Krishna is saying this connection with tapasya, there's a comparative studies going on.
Yes.
And here is ultimate conclusion is giving.
Yes.
So there's no like ambiguity. Yeah, some scope is like that. It can be more. They're superior. Anyone can superior. Here's superiority also shown. Like that, all what it discussed.
What do you want to say? That means first you should take. You are saying that.
Bhagavad Gita, I'm not telling Sasti Panchami. I'm telling you Bhagavad Gita.
Prabhu, actually, see, try to follow Srila Jiva Goswami. He is saying clearly what is the importance of taking the Panchami here. You are trying to sticking to your own point, but you are not understanding what Jiva Goswami is saying. I am not saying actually anything by my speculation. I am not asking you to follow me. I am asking to try to understand the line what he wrote. Then what you will write, what you will justify to our Acharya? That means you uselessly wrote this line. Then why don't you understand? Then he is saying clearly this Panchami we should take here. So Sarva Shabda Atra Daivameva Pare Yagnam Yoginah Paryupasate Ityadina Purva Purvoktan Sarvan Api Upayinah Gruhnanti Iti Gneyam. So that's why here Sarva Yogi, that means Sarvebhyaha Yogibhyaha. Compared to all the yogis, this Bhaktas are, even he is greater than, Bhakta is greater than all the yogis. All the yogis. All the yogis means what? So till now, Purva Purvoktan Sarvan Api Upayan. Yoga means you take here as a upaya also, otherwise. Technique. Yoga is also can take as a technique. Remedy. Upaya means the remedy. So whatever the various remedies are discussed, so kick out all those. So all those, compared to all those, so this Yuktatamaha, this Bhakta is the highest. Next, Tadevam Bhakta Ninda Shravanat, Tadevam Abhakta Ninda Shravanat Srimad Bhagavad Bhakte Sarveshu Nityatvam Api Siddham. In this way, Abhakta Ninda Shravanat Srimad Bhagavad Bhakte Sarveshu Nityam Api Siddham. So it is not that in the Bhagavatam it is not said that one should do worship of the Krishna. If this much is said, if whoever is not doing the bhakti, they will say that, okay, if you do bhakti, fine. If I don't do bhakti, no problem. But in the Bhagavatam, it is said that whoever is not doing bhakti, they are criticized, they are condemned actually. That means you should not say that, okay, bhakti, if you want, you do, and I don't want. Like that also you can say, because whoever is not doing bhakti, Bhagavatam is condemning them. That means everyone should do bhakti. That's why bhakti should be enforced. Otherwise, you are condemned actually. Shastra is condemning. How it is condemning? Understanding. If that condemning of non-devotee is not there in the Shastra, then he can say, I don't do devotion. It is saying, Shastra is saying, Bhagavatam is saying that one should do bhakti. That means bhakti should be done. So Shastra is saying, Bhagavatam is saying that bhakti should be done, it is saying. And also it is saying, whoever is not doing bhakti, it is condemning them also. Then that means you cannot say that bhakti, if you want, you do, I don't want to do. No, you also should do. Because Shastra is condemning not doing bhakti. Uktam cha Sri Bhagavata Uddhavam Prati. So Lord Supreme Lord Krishna is saying to Uddhava, Dikshor dharmasya mohimsa tava ikshavanaukasaha. What is said? So 11-18-42. So what is the meaning of this 11-18-42? Just me 1 second, I am opening from Veda base. Yes, bro.
The main religious duties of sannyasis are equanimity and non-violence, whereas for Vanaprastha, austerity and philosophical understanding of difference between body and soul are prominent. The main duties of householder are to give shelter to all living entities and perform sacrifices, and the brahmacharis is mainly engaged in serving the spiritual master.
Ityesha sarvesha madupasanam.
That is 43. That's it.
Actually, next sloka actually.
Yes.
So yeah.
So here is a householder may approach his a householder may approach his wife for sex only at the time prescribed for begetting children. Otherwise, the householder should practice celibacy, austerity, cleanliness of the mind and body, satisfaction in his natural position, and friendship toward all living entities. Worship of me is to be practiced by all human beings, regardless of social or occupational divisions.
This is the point. He described 4 ashramas. That means Vanaprastha, Sannyasi, Brahmachari, Grostha. After describing duties of all 4 ashramas, he is finally saying, but my worship is for all. If anyone claim he himself as one among the Varnashram system, if we all follow Varnashram system, being ISKCON members, our system is Varnashram system. Yes or no? You are Brahmachari or not? You are Sannyasi or not? You are Grihastha or not? If you are not Varnashram system, then we should not use these words. But we are following Varnashram system. So all the members of Varnashram system, they should. So society means Varnashrama. So that's why, yeah. Yeah. But we are not saying that is there, that is for the soul, for this body, this. So we are all servants, but also we have some system, because devotees are not unorganized, they are organized and they have proper system. So that's why we belong to the. So Krishna is saying all these members of the social order or the occupational divisions, they has to worship. Tatha Sri Naradenacha. That means everyone should do. So that's why we are saying, I cannot say that I don't do, but if you don't do, Shastra is condemning you. You are not a human being also, it is saying. Anyway, that we will see very quickly. So now, Narada also is saying, this bhakti is meant for everyone in his 30 qualities of human beings. In that he is explaining or not. 7, 11, 11. We discussed also this previously. 7, 11, 11. Shravanam Kirtanam Chasya Smaranam Mahatam Gate Sevejyavantir Dasyam Sakyam Atma Samarpanam Nunamayam Paro Dharmaha. So hearing, chanting and remembering the Lord and his devotees, service, performing deity worship, offering obeisances, becoming a servant, becoming a friend, and surrendering one's whole self are the supreme dharma for humans. That means these 9 devotional processes are mandatory. That means they are meant for every human being. That means Narada Muni was explaining the duties of these all 30 qualities of all the human beings. In that he is mentioning this Navadha Bhakti is for everyone. So that's why Bhakti is meant for everyone. You should not say that, oh, you are devotee, you do yourself. That's why we should have the government system. That king has to enforce this, enforce the Bhakti. Because if Shastra is saying, if you are not following this, you are not fit for being in the society actually. Because it is meant for every human being. Every Acharya is saying. So Narada is saying here, Lord himself is saying, then it's not, if any social member, any society person has to do bhakti. So this is establishing that why we have to enforce bhakti. Because generally dharma, nobody wants to follow dharma. And what is a king's duty? King's duty is to make everyone to follow their respective dharmas. Then bhakti is the mandatory dharma for every human being. Then king, what he has to do? He has to implement this. Yes. So that's why bhakti is not a choice. Bhakti is mandatory. Otherwise, he is condemned by the Shastra. How Shastra is saying? What is saying? So, akarane, if you don't do bhakti, dosha shravanam. If you don't do bhakti, it is a sin. It is a defect actually. It is a fault actually. It is a great offense actually. What dosha that is? Like if Brahmana, being a Brahmana, if you don't follow the duty of Brahmana, he should be punishable or not? Like that, if you some Kshatriya, being a Kshatriya, if you don't follow your duties, he is punishable or not? Like I am a teacher, if I don't follow my duty, I am punishable or not? You are a student, if you are not following your duty, you are punishable. Like that, for every human being, bhakti is common dharma. So whoever is not doing bhakti, yeah, they should be punished. King has to punish them actually. So that's why here dosha shravanam chanyatra mukha bahu rupadebhyah. This sloka we studied several times, even in the previous anuchedas. Mukha bahu rupadebhyah, where it came. Another 10 minutes I will take extra, please, because lot of time gone to Sashti Vibhakti took this so much. Please. Okay, I will be very soon. Okay. So what Mukhabahu Rupadepi is saying, each of the four varnas headed by the Brahmanas was separately through different combinations of modes of nature from the mouth, arms, thighs and feet of the Supreme Lord in his universal form along with ashramas. So Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra are coming from the Virat Purusha. Brahmanas are coming from the mouth and Kshatriyas are coming from the hands and Vaishyas are coming from the thighs and Sudras are coming from the feet of the Virat Purusha. And if any of the member of four varnas and four ashramas fail to worship the Lord and thus disrespect the Lord, who is the source of their own creation, they will fall down from their ashrama. They are not that person then. Then they should not say, I am Brahmana, or I am Kshatriya, I am Vaishya or Sudra. No. So Shastra is condemning them. In the constitution, in every country constitution, this law should be written actually. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaran. In all the countries' constitution. I don't know when it will happen, but this is my desire. I pray to Lord. Tata Mahabharata, just another 2 minutes. Mahabharata, now 8 o'clock happened. Okay. Because this time is too fast actually. Now 8 o'clock, another 5 minutes. Okay. Matruvat parirakshantam srushti samhara karakam yonarchayati devesham tam vidyat brahma ghatakam. The person who doesn't worship the Lord, who protects the universe like a mother, and who is the cause of creation and destruction, should be known as a killer of Brahmana. Whoever is not worshipping Lord, he is what? He is a killer of Brahmana. Brahma ghatakam. A very sinful person he is. And Gita is also saying, Namam dushkriti no muda prapadyante naradama Mayayapa hruta gnana asuram bhavamashrita. The sinful people who are devoid of discrimination, the lowest of mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by Maya and who are demonic, don't surrender unto me. So that means whoever is not worshipping the Lord, whoever is not surrendering to the Lord, they are condemned actually. They are the Mudaha, they are the Naradhamaha, they are the Maya Prutagnanaha, they are the Asuram Bhavamasritaha. So in Agni Purana I is saying, Agni Purana and Vishnu Dharma, Divido Bhuta Sargoyam Daiva Asura Evacha, Vishnu Bhakti Paro Daiva Asuras Tadviparyayaha. There are the two types of creations are there. One is Asuri creation, the divine creation, demonic creation. Whoever is doing Vishnu Bhakti, they are divine. Whoever is not doing, they are demonic. So only two categories. So here also it is condemned. And also Vipradvishad Gunayutadaravinda Nabha Padaravinda Vimuka Swapacham Varishtam Manye Tadarpita Manovachane Hitartha Pranam Punati Sakulam Natu Bhurimana. It is also said, even a great Brahmana who is having the 12 qualities, if he is not doing bhakti to the Lord, then he is lesser than a dog eater. And a dog eater who is doing the bhakti, and he is superior to even to the Brahmana who is having the 12 qualities. And he is purifying his entire dynasty. That's dog eater. But Brahmana being having these 12 qualities, great qualities, Brahmanical qualities, but not doing bhakti, he is not purifying himself also. What to speak of purifying his entire dynasty? This also we discussed previously. Next, Swapacho Mahipala Vishnu Bhakto Dijadikaha Vishnu Bhakti Vihinastu Dijopi Swapachadadikaha. So what is said in this Naradiya Purana? O king, the dog eater who is a devotee of Vishnu is superior to the Dvija. The Dvija who is without bhakti to Vishnu is lower than a dog eater. Dvija is lesser than dog eater if he doesn't do bhakti. That means if anyone is not doing bhakti, he is condemned actually. He is not belong to that varna and he is not a human being. And he is a punishable actually. Because bhakti is a necessary dharma for every human being. Next, Bruhan Naradiya. Garuda. Huh?
Yeah, does it say that one who doesn't do bhakti or one who doesn't have bhakti?
Huh?
One who doesn't do bhakti or one who doesn't have bhakti? What is the...
No, same. Doing bhakti means having bhakti only. No special sense. No special sense. Okay. At tata garude antagatopi vedanam sarva shastrartha vedyapi yona sarveshware bhaktastam vidyat purushadamam. In Garuda Purana it is said, even the person who has gone to the end of all the Vedas, and even though a knower of the meaning of all scriptures, he is the worst of men if he is not a devotee of the Supreme Lord. What? He studied all the Vedas. And also, he is a knower of meanings of all the scriptures. But he is not doing bhakti. He is considered as a worst among the men. So, Bruhannaradiye say, Hari Puja Vihinascha Veda Vidveshinastadha Dijagodveshinaschapi Rakshasa Prakirtita. Till here we'll finish. So, Hari Puja, what is the translation? The persons who don't worship the Lord, the persons who hate the Vedas, and the persons who hate the Brahmanas and cows are known as demons. That means here main point what? The persons who don't worship the Lord, they are demons. Demon is punishable. Okay, we'll end today's story here. So tomorrow means Monday. Monday we'll continue our discussion.